Most people treat their data like a digital junk drawer. But if you are actually serious about managing terabytes of files, you eventually hit a wall with standard cloud storage. That is where this 6-bay beast from UGREEN comes in. It is not just a box for hard drives. It is essentially a full-blown computer sitting on your desk. The first thing that hits you is the build quality. It feels dense, solid, and honestly, a bit industrial, which is exactly what you want when you are trusting it with years of photos and projects. Under the hood, it is packing an Intel i5 processor that honestly feels like overkill for a basic file server. But that is the point. Because it has that kind of horsepower, it handles tasks like transcoding video or running virtual machines without breaking a sweat. You can tell they designed this for people who don't want to wait around for files to transfer. With dual 10GB ePorts, if you have the network infrastructure to support it, you are looking at speeds that make moving massive 4K video projects feel like dragging a text file across your desktop. It is snappy, and that is a refreshing change from the sluggish interfaces found on some older NAS units. The software side is where things get interesting. Instead of forcing users to juggle a dozen different apps, everything is consolidated into one interface. It is clean, and it actually makes sense, though it does take a little bit of time to get used to the layout if you are coming from a different ecosystem. The inclusion of two M.2 slots for caching is a smart move, too. It keeps the system responsive, even when the main mechanical drives are busy doing their thing. Now, it is not all perfect. This thing is strictly wired, so if you were hoping for a wireless setup, you are out of luck. It is also a bit of a commitment to set up properly, especially if you are new to RAID configurations. You really need to read the manual and make sure your drives are on the compatibility list before you start buying hardware. Also, while the fan is generally quiet, you will definitely hear it if you are pushing the CPU hard during a heavy backup or a media transcode session. It is not a deal breaker, but it is something to keep in mind if you plan on keeping it right next to your monitor. At the end of the day, this is for the person who has outgrown basic external drives and wants a professional-grade setup that won't become obsolete in a year. It is fast, it is secure, and it gives you total control over your data without the monthly subscription fees of the big cloud providers. If you have the budget and the need for serious storage, this is a pretty compelling piece of hardware to have on your desk.
Check out the video description for updated price. And thank you for watching this video.